Welcome back to Low Buck Builds. In today's video, we're going to wrap up the budget 3K daily driver, our 2013 Chrysler 200. So far, we spent $2,839. Our budget was $3,000, so we ended up under budget on this vehicle. We did a strut kit, a ball joint, rear rotor, brake pads all around. In this video, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this project by doing the rear brakes, so stay tuned. I should have been a fishing YouTuber. In the previous video, we replaced the wheel studs on both sides. One side it was missing, the other side it was bent. And we also replaced both front struts and sway bar links. They came in a kit. Off camera, I also did a front driver side ball joint. And then we also did front brake pads. So in today's video, we're doing rear brakes. We're going to do pads on both sides, and we're going to do a rotor on the passenger side. I'm going to go ahead and get this tire off. I've already jacked the car up, and before doing that I broke the lug nuts loose, so they should come off easily. And just like that, the tire's off and it's time to go to work. Caliper bolts are 9/16. I'm using my cordless ratchet here to go ahead and get the bottom one out. I've already broke them loose with a regular wrench. Side's gotta be a pain in the butt. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen this before. Literally, the line's blocking the bolt from coming out. That's wild. Weird. Is that a normal thing for these cheaper cars? I've never seen that before. I usually work on trucks and stuff, and the brakes are a lot more heavy duty than they are in these little cars. But yeah, it definitely is strange. It made a pain in the butt because I had to use a regular wrench to go ahead and get the top bolt out, so it took a little longer. Now we're just going to go ahead and install the new brake pads, and then we'll put this all back together. Pretty simple on this car. So far, so good. Everything seems to be going right in on this side. So now all we gotta do is tighten it up with our cordless ratchet, and then I'll go back over it with a wrench and make sure it's good and tight and snug. Rotor on this side was not bad. You could tell somebody swapped this rotor and then do the other one. Usually I do them both at the same time, but to save money on this project, I just did the one. Now it's time to go ahead and get this tire back on, and this side is done. No wonder I was getting noise. That is crazy. So I picked up these rotors on Amazon. I think they're like $30. The link's in the description. Everywhere local, they were like $60. So I saved some money and just ordered it online. It's from Bosch. They're basic. Heck of a lot better than what came off of there. So on this car, installing the new rotor is pretty simple. It's the same as doing the brakes, besides you just swap the rotor out. You don't have a caliper bracket holding it on or anything like that. So it's pretty simple. But once you remove your caliper, you just put the new rotor on, then you do the same thing you did before. So here I'm using a C-clamp to go ahead and compress the caliper. This is how I do it. I know there's special tools and fancy tools to do this, but those who watch my channel know I've been doing a lot of brakes lately on pretty much everything in the parking lot, and this is how I do it. I've never had a problem with it. It works perfectly, and it's a cheap tool. So now we're going to go ahead and just throw the pads on this side. These are like the tiniest little brake pads I've ever seen, but it's a tiny little car. Short of the caliper bolt issue, these actually just flew together pretty easily. I was surprised. I figured the rotor I was going to have to break loose, because usually up here in the Northeast, whenever the salt gets in between the rotor and the spindle, it locks them on. You got to smack them off with a hammer and fight with them, but these just came right off, so I was surprised. Now we just throw the tire back on the side, and the side's done. So that concludes this project. We ended up $161 under budget. So hey, that's pretty good. And I still am planning on doing a couple other things to this car, but this thing would be perfectly drivable as a cheap daily with these things done. All the safety things have been taken care of. So I still want to see what a couple trouble codes are. I have a ABS light on and a traction control light. I also want to go ahead and possibly fix that front fender. So if you want to see that in a future video, let me know. Besides that, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button so I know what you guys like. Also, if you're not subscribed, you want to see future projects on this car or other cars on the channel, hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.